Good morning, pregame crew. How are ya? I hope you're doing well. I am just going to show my face a bit. Nobody wants to see this lovely bruise on my neck and laceration. We'll just kind of hide that. Rough week last week. Let's see. Let's bring that down a bit. There we go. Okay, I think y'all can see. AV good. Awesome, Night Truck. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'm watching AMD right now. It is screaming higher. Y'all ready to get started with the show? Let me say hello to my friends. Hello, Shake and Bake. Hey, Rob, Tom, Greg, Marvin, Mike, Sir Fernando, Mark, One-Liner, Hunter, DSA, my friend Mal, Lewis, KCZ, good afternoon to you. Hey, Paula, Spaceball, KK. Yes, positive thoughts, Ray. There you go. Hey, Paul. Hey, Sharon. Yeah, it was a doozy. I did a doozy on myself, and it just keeps going, too. Bruises everywhere. Fun times. From OHS inventory. I don't know what that means. Hey, Jill. Hey, Mark. Dollar Tree, Jay Bender. Let's go back to the top and look at the chart request. Gurn. Let's see. What do you want to know about Gurn? Can you $10 higher highs coming in? It has earnings Thursday before the market opens. This one can be pumpy dumpy. And when I say that, I mean it pumps up and then dumps, pumps up, then dumps. You have to be really careful with this name. It used to be a $71 name. Volume was twice normal yesterday. Let's look at the fib retrace. 377. We've given back 70% of yesterday's move. So now on a bounce, you're looking for a lower high compared to 430. So be careful. Hey, Al, Lisa, Ted, Tess. Hey, Ramon, that's nice to say. Sid, Sam. Okay, let's see. Kathmandu. Wow. AYR. Is this cannabis? I think it's cannabis. Ooh. Lovely daily EQ. This is beautiful. Is this cannabis? Could you help me? This is a wonderful EQ. AYRWF. Boxy, that's funny. This is beautiful daily EQ. You have a double top with 259. Okay, we just had data come in and the market's dumping. What came in? Employment benefits is supposed to be a 2-star event. Market's treating it like a 3-star event. Where's Walter? Pretty big dump there. All right, let's get started with the show. I really like this. Actually, I have to do Casey's because he is a member and I don't want to skip him. So you would just play the break on this and you have earnings coming up. Wednesday, May 15th. And then shop for Casey. Is that what you want? Where did it go? Yep, shop. Okay, shop. I was looking at this trend line this morning thinking, man, this could be a good short. I'm looking at it as a sympathy play to Amazon, because if Amazon beats earnings after hours, that could be a lift to shop since it's a first cousin, and vice versa. If it were to have a bearish reaction, it could be bearish for shop. Right now, we're looking at a daily lower high compared to 74.72. Daily 50 MA is overhead. 26 EMA hasn't been cleared. Earnings next week. But again, I like the break of this trend line. And I think we could get 1 to 2% to the downside. I like it more bearish than bullish. Market's getting a long lower wick of bulls buying the dip. Let's get started with the show. Good morning. This is who I am. I'm ChartGal Lori. I'm part of the ChartGuys community. We teach technical analysis, and what I do here every morning is go over index, and then I show my bruises. I had a rough week last week and got a laceration, hit my nightstand, but I'm back. So that's who I am. Give me a follow on X if you can, and hit that like button as well. So we just had the employment numbers. In 22 minutes, we have the red book. And then the 3-star events happen at 9:45 and 10 a.m. So 15 minutes after market open and 30 minutes after market open, we have some big data points, and they're bigger than what we just had. So they're could bring more volatility. We're looking more bullish than bearish according to our med table. We had a lot of names that are holding up nicely. I drank too much water before I went live. Summarize, Meta's one of the lead bears. Amazon's opening up slightly green. Netflix had a good 4-hour EQ. Now this was done. Let me drink some water. Sorry. This was done an hour ago, so things could have changed. Netflix 4-hour EQ. Lilly is up on earnings. You could look for a back burner there. And Apple was slightly green. Tesla was weaker. They announced layoffs, and typically that's a green event, so that's a little odd. XBI and GDX both have clear daily double tops. I'm a young puppy. I don't feel like a young puppy, but I'm working on it. Okay, I have Kachava. Did any of y'all drink Kachava? That meal replacement has 75 super whatever. I'm trying everything. Okay, so that's the summary of the market as a whole. We're looking a little more bullish than bearish. However, of course, data can drop everything on its head. So let's go look at the dollar, see what happened there. Dollar is spiking on that news. We have an hourly bull break, 4-hour bull break. We're in a 4-hour uptrend now on the dollar. We're on our second daily inside bar with the dollar. And that could remain inside today and wait for the Fed conference tomorrow for Fed interest rate decision and then the Fed press conference. So dollar's getting tight on the 4-hour. However, it's pretty bullish. Let's see if it gets followed through on this reaction. Okay. Delete that alert. I'm done with SHIB. Okay. So the dollar is very strong. That should be pushing down gold, and it is. Gold is pushing down on that dollar strength. So we'll do metals first. 2304 would be a flat bottom break where you would look for a short if we lose 2304. We have a squeeze, and it could have follow through to the downside. On the next bounce, you're looking for a 4-hour lower high on gold compared to yesterday's high. Oil's getting a little bounce. I've been watching this channel on oil. It could be a rising wedge, and that we broke bear from. We did have 3 touches on both sides, so it's valid. It could be a short up in this area compared to 83.91. We have API estimates after hours at 4:30 Eastern, and we have inventory tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Okay, that's it for our commodities. Bitcoin had a rough night. I mean, a rough night. Y'all think I'm beat up? Bitcoin got bruises on both sides of its neck. It is beat up. So 4-hour lower highs anticipated on the next bounce compared to 64,727. Looking for a lower high. Now, I am not totally up to date on crypto. I just always share news that I see from reputable sources. So I shared this morning. Crypto's plunge after Hong Kong ETF's launch. So I don't know who was making that, who was inferring that ETF is what's bringing down Bitcoin, that ETF launch, but Mark, my husband, put a pillow over that nightstand. I think I've told y'all my husband is 6'8", so our bed is really tall, and then the nightstand is down low, and it's wood and with a corner. So when I fell, I was landing down on the nightstand. But yes, feel free to come have a talk with it. I really need to put bumper guards on it like a 2-year-old, but I was just disoriented from my low sodium and didn't know it. Okay, so Bitcoin, reverse back burner. Let me type it out. I need you to have a talk with my bed too, because I broke 3 vertebrae and a rib on the bed frame. So it was just that my bedroom was beating me up. Reverse back burner, you're looking for 5-minute and 15-minute overbought conditions. Let's see the last time you had it. Here, look at that short. Need I say more? Look at that 5-minute overbought and what it brought you. Look at that big down move. So you're waiting for the next 5-minute overbought. Let's go set that alert, because I can trade IBIT. I can trade Bitcoin too, but I prefer IBIT because there's no fees. So tell me when RSI is 30. No, 70. Ugh. Should be right there. No, I want to know when it's 70. Sorry about that. Thanks, Brian. Okay, so Bitcoin, we've got this straight. So what does that mean for the miners, like Riot? We're losing that support of 1088, and we're right here at the EMAs. Looks like it has earnings tomorrow. It doesn't say before or after, so please check that if you're trading it. But this is not a good look, being down 4%. It's real heavy because Bitcoin's heavy. And we've lost that 1088 support. What's going on with Mara? $17.51. We've lost that key support as well. You're looking down at the daily 200 MA 1607. So Mara, let's type it out. Reverse back burner. Mara, Riot, Coin, IBIT. I'm pretty sure IBIT is the long Bitcoin. So reverse back burner. We get 5 or 15-minute overbought on these names. You're looking for a short. Okay, the market just made a new lower low. ES did, but NASDAQ didn't. So let's see if that helps the market. Let me get a sip of my smoothie. So good. So they are weak along with Bitcoin. We kind of did things backwards today, but that's okay. We're grown. All right, starting with ES. So ES is rejecting from that daily 26 EMA. And y'all remember we mapped this out live yesterday. I don't know if I did it on this show or in the room only, but we mapped out the 4-hour 12 EMA, the daily 26 EMA, and the daily 50 EMA. This looks like a rising wedge, and we just broke bear from that rising wedge. And I want you to just take note of this high compression squeeze. That does not mean it will fire bullish. It just means whichever way it goes, it should have some pretty gnarly follow through. So I'm looking for downside on SPY with follow through. That's what I'm looking at as far as how it's positioned. Because we're rejecting here at the daily 26 EMA. You can see it real clearly there. You can see it. We're still looking for a daily higher low on a pullback. Okay, NASDAQ held the low of the reaction. ES didn't, but that's helping lift ES. So we'll see, is this a larger bull flag on a higher time frame, like a daily bull flag, or is this the rising wedge and we get follow through to the downside? All right, NASDAQ. Let's zoom in so you can see. NASDAQ held the low of yesterday. You see that red line? That's the low of yesterday. NASDAQ held it. ES broke the low of overnight, but didn't get follow through because NASDAQ helped support. It helps support it. So NASDAQ is the horse to ride today because it's proving it is stronger than ES. 17791 was the low of yesterday. And the low of this morning, 17,79050. So 75 cents off. We have a daily double bottom right here, right now on NASDAQ. Bulls need to hold it. This could be a 5-minute bear flag. So bulls need to hold that level because now they're supporting ES. ES did hold the low of yesterday. Why is it doing that? My magnet hates me. So we got within $2 of yesterday's low and held it. So that's good for ES. We broke the low of the reaction, but we held the low of yesterday. That's good. Now this has to be the floor. This has to be the floor. And if we go up from here, or the bulls are in trouble. RTY much weaker than its counterparts. The low of yesterday was 2015 and we just hit 1998. That was a good year. We're rejecting from the 26 EMA on RTY. I would say you have a 4-hour downtrend, counting this 2015 as a pivot. Clear hourly downtrend, losing the 50 MA. We're oversold on the hourly, looking for a daily higher low. So let's see how far the bears get. Let me repeat that. Hourly, oversold here. And when we get hourly oversold, looking for a daily higher low, that's typically the area where we begin scouting it. But again, I would be choosing the horse I would ride is NASDAQ because it is stronger than this name. What the heck? My yesterday low and high, there it goes. Because RTY lost the low of yesterday and NASDAQ didn't. I would be choosing NASDAQ for a long bottom fish. Matter of fact, I may make that a reality. Okay, Dow broke the low of yesterday, 38392. We broke it by $22 and we're bouncing. Why are we bouncing when we broke the low of yesterday? Because NASDAQ held its low. So who held its low? Let's type it out. Yee doggy. Held low. Didn't hold low. that would be. I promise I know how to do this stuff. It's just not cooperating with me. Here we go. Wow, why was that so hard? I need to turn the magnet off next time. Okay, the names that held the low and the names that did not hold low. So the reason that they're bouncing is because NASDAQ held its low. Sorry that that took me so long. Shouldn't have spent that much time on it, but Sarah, Sarah. I lost my chat real quick. Let me find it. Thanks, J-Mac. Appreciate it. Okay, so we're squared away with the indices. YM is still fighting the 26 EMA on the hourly chart. 1526 is its key resistance in 1542. We're holding the low of, let me confirm that. Sometimes it's not completely accurate. 1463. Yeah, that's right. We're holding the low of yesterday by 10 cents, 1463. 1526 is your next resistance. We do have a little bit more volatility entering the market, and you would anticipate that. Amazon earnings after hours, FOMC interest rate decision tomorrow, Apple earnings Thursday. Today we have not only Amazon, we have AMD, we have Shop. No, not Shop, SMCI, sorry. SMCI, AMD, and Amazon. All right. Hang Seng was slightly green overnight. DAX is slightly red. We went over Bitcoin getting the crap beat out of it. Apple. An apple a day keeps the bears away. So we are at the daily 50 MA. Y'all look at that bearish candle. We got over it and then we sold. Bears just sold into it. That's a pretty bearish candle. But we are holding the 50 MA. A daily lower high is still anticipated compared to 178.36. We're still looking for a lower high compared to that level. So we did hold that daily 50 MA. Bulls have a lot to be proud of. The gap fills at 171.34. We have a gap right here, 171.34. So we're over the daily 50 MA. Apple has a lot going for it, and it still has to report earnings. So the names that are holding up pretty well are the names that have yet to report. Amazon reporting after hours. We got a gap below. We're looking for a daily lower, higher low on a pullback. Magnesium supplementation. Yeah, that's what my doctor said. I'm going for a bone density test because she said with my age I shouldn't have broken that many bones, but I reassured her I dropped like a log. I did like that. What was that? That wrestler Kamala, where they do the knee or the elbow slam and they just jump from the top rope. That's what I did. So I dropped like a log. Oh, that's gonna bother me now. I think it's Kamala was the wrestler. Yep, this is what I did right here. Kamala. I jumped from the top rope on that nightstand, and then I jumped from the top rope on that bed, the bed corner. Oh, you gotta laugh to keep from crying. Okay, Amazon. We're still holding the hourly EMAs on Amazon, and we're green because we have earnings after. Y'all gonna see all the stuff I do behind the scenes when I'm not showing my face, like put on lip mask. It is 32 degrees here. It's cold and my lips are dry. Okay, so Amazon's holding up better because it has earnings after hours and we've got some optimistic bulls. NVDA is holding the 21 EMA, going sideways in an EQ, opening up slightly red, but still $18 above yesterday's high. 865.25 is your next support, and you do have a squeeze. Yeah, Tess, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to drink these meal replacement drinks, and I'm eating fruit and veggies and trying to stay away from inflammatory foods. Thank you so much. And if you're just joining us, this purple thing on my neck, I don't normally sport this. This is a new thing with a laceration. And I have got bruises on top of bruises. But anyway, this isn't that kind of show. I need to cover myself up. Okay. So AMD looks wonderful. It is gapping up. These are gap rules. So I like AMD for gap rules. I like the volume. And if you were in the pregame and you were in the room, we did a Tesla live. I did a Tesla live trade while I was live streaming, and it worked beautifully because Tesla had crazy pre-market volume. It was gapping up, and we just followed the gap rules. Same thing here. If we hold the high of yesterday as support and turn and burn, that is a long signal. Tess is, if you post more than one time back to back, it thinks you're spamming. Sorry about the deletions. Okay. Okay, the market's bouncing real nicely now. If you took a NASDAQ bounce, you should be doing pretty well. Okay. Sorry, I had some messages. Okay, sorry about that. So AMD is probably my number one watch today. Let me scoot this over here. I have to monitor the room because that's where they'll tell me if I'm having AV issues or if I need to do something. So I will be watching AMD closely. They have earnings after hours and they are showing relative strength. Let me confirm. Yep, today is supposed to be after hours. So AMD is in focus for me. INMD. INDEPEND. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so it has a 4-hour tightening range and a squeeze on INMD. We are down here near the 52-week lows. And the support that I found, I was able to dig out 1696. 1696 is the next support. So this thing is beat up. This is a counter trend trade idea. Daily RSI is oversold. Still isn't that. I just love this 4-hour squeeze and tightening range. Look at the hourly. Look at that compression, the high compression. If we break 1750, we could have some good follow through, but that's a lot of ifs. I probably should back away from this idea, and I am. I like their lasers. I have a fundamental bias on them. PayPal beat earnings and raised guidance, and they are gapping up. Gap rules apply. Michael, that's hilarious. Actually, it knocked me out when I hit the nightstand and did all this. It knocked me out. I was out, oh, this side. I was out for 8 hours. Or I don't know how long. I was on the floor for 8 hours. And when I came to, it was morning. So it knocked me out. So I guess I slept through the pain. Husband was out of town, so not a good time for him to be traveling. Okay, so PayPal. Gap rules. If we hold yesterday's high, 67.55, that is a long signal. We're up here filling the gap. We have a gap over here, 72.50, and we were filling it earlier. It'll be interesting to see. I think it could be a target. So PayPal long. Do I have PayPal right here? Let me move that over as a priority. Shop. Casey asked me about this one, and I like this trend line. We're grinding our way up, and Shop normally gets some type of lift from an Amazon bullish earnings reaction or a smackdown on an Amazon bearish reaction. So Shop could be a sympathy play, but right now, right here, I like it below 71.38 for a short. And an aggressive bull, if you wanted to enter sooner, $72, and then you'd have your stop 72.68 if you can manage that risk and size down. SMH, this looks like a rising wedge. SMH double top on the daily. You see that? 218.61, 218.68. Making this one a priority. I love that clear double top for a top fish with a daily 50 MA overhead. I have 3 minutes. Just 1 second. I've got to post this in chat. Hey. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. One second. Love you all. Thank you so much for being patient. I just need to post this in the room. I'm going to answer the ticker request from the members before I do in here. Okay, 1 second. Queen of the Mountain. Okay, that's done. All right, going back to SMH, the 50 MA is overhead, double top. I really like that. So right now I have AMD and PayPal longs in focus and SMH short in focus. All right. What was my next one? Tesla. Tesla back burner. You're looking for first 5 minute oversold conditions during regular trading hours because it had a massive move yesterday. And you're looking for RSI of 30 on the 5 minute during regular trading hours and on the 15 minute. You're looking for a higher low relative to 184.54. Doesn't mean you're going to get it, but if you're going to get it, the odds increase at 30 RSI oversold conditions during regular trading hours. So Tesla will be in focus today. I don't know if I'm going to bring it over here. If I get an alert, I will bring, oh shoot, I'll just bring it over here. If I get the alert, I'll trade it. All right. Next one is Ulta. This is another one that's coming out of left field. Okay. Sorry about that. Ulta. Daily is overbought with a daily inside bar, and we're looking for a monthly higher low. Okay, looking for a monthly higher low, daily oversold. Those two go hand in hand. That's typically the area where we begin scouting a higher low. So I like Ulta long counter trend. It is dropped $164 in 6 weeks. It's dropped that far. So I'm looking for a long, it's beat up, daily RSI 26. I would love this if we were gapping down, then that would really it reinforced that potential buy opportunity. So looking for a monthly high or low, and daily is, daily's oversold. 1 second. Had to shout at my husband to bring me coffee because I know my throat is going to struggle. I lost some stamina from not being on the mic for a week. AMD low of previous day, 158. I have a member asking what was the low of AMD. There's some discrepancy. I show 156.26. Okay. So Ulta, I'm looking at it for a potential long. I like the squeeze on the hourly chart. We need to get over 410 for a potential bounce. And it'd be helpful if the market was bouncing. VALE, daily squeeze, daily trend change, potential pullback buy for a swing. So we've got a lower low, lower high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and we're trying to clear this 50 MA, and we've got this squeeze down here. So VALE, if you're looking for a dividend payer, I don't know if the dividend, that's a pretty big dividend for a $12 stock. I'm assuming that's once a quarter. It used to show the dividend yield here. It doesn't anymore. Yep, there it is. 10.53 is a dividend yield. So I think Valet, however it's pronounced, is positioned well for a long, especially if you're looking for dividends. So those are all my Queen of the Mountain trades. Thank you. All the Queen of the Mountain trades that I have for you. It's 7:03. Drink a little sip of my coffee, and then I'm going to start going through chart request again. All right, where did my chat go? Not the brightest bulb on the Christmas tree. That's very sweet. Okay, Ramon, it's the 156.26. Okay, gap rules. If you're a TCG member, you can go to the website and type in gap rules, and you'll see my video on it in the educational section. So you could just type gap rules. Ugh. And right here is the gap rules. So it tells you, so I will simplify it and say, let's see, is Ford gapping up or down? No, PayPal is. So let's look at PayPal. So here is the high of yesterday, 67.55. We're opening up at 70.48. So here's the high of yesterday right here. It's highlighted. So if price comes down and holds the high of yesterday as support, turns and burns, that's bullish. That's a long signal. If it re-enters yesterday's range, that means bulls have lost control, and that is a top fish. So the next time it comes up and tests the prior day high, that is a short. And the opposite is true for shorts. You just inverse those rules. 1 second. Huh. Bittrex tells me I have money in the account. I don't know if it's a scam. Okay, I'm going back, forward. No problem, Tiffany. Timothy, and I got conk in the head, so I'm a little jumbled still. We're getting a little lower lows on Ford without a lot of follow through. That looks like a falling wedge to me. Daily, you're holding the 50 MA. You got 3 long lower wicks of bulls buying the dip at the 50 MA. I like this long. I wish it were gapping down, then I'd like it even more long, but you could look for a dip buy against 1255. And remember, if this is a falling wedge, yeah, shake and bake, same thing. I don't think I have any money left with them. So I'm pretty good about that. So if this is a falling wedge, you have a lower low, and you may get another lower low without follow through. So I'd put my stop at 1250 just to give it a little leeway. If you're looking for a long on Ford, I like that idea actually, with it sitting on the daily 50 MA. Thanks, Jonathan and Shake and Bake. MNMD. Market's still trying to get some trend changes going. We're sitting on the daily 50 MA. That's where I like to be. 817 is your support and your resistance is 935. You've got the EMAs overhead on the daily. On the weekly, you're looking for a higher low. 4 hour got oversold. That did not mark the weekly higher low when 4 hour got oversold. So that's a little bit of a bearish development. You do have a squeeze that's looking to fire bullish. You see the squeeze? You have 3 bars above. So it's getting some bull momentum. You need to break over yesterday's high to prove something. Thank you, Duke the Fool. So I'm just going live all the way through probably 8:15 my time, so another hour and 7 minutes. And I'm going to take you through what I do for the members on Monday, what we do for the members Monday through Friday on our Market Open show. And hopefully we can find some trades together. I'm just going up, I'm reading. Yeah, it's 29 here, Duke. That's funny, Alex. I looked at Valet. I don't know how to say it. Valet, that was one of my names I looked at. Huel. Okay, I'll have to look that up. Tess, I don't know why Nightbot's being mean to you. It is censoring you unfairly. Okay, I think I did all the chart requests in that chat. Does Bitcoin? Probably not. Falling wedges don't get a lot of follow through. Bitcoin's getting follow through. No sirree. Because you're getting a ton of follow through. Here, you're dropping $300. Here, you're dropping $600. Here, you're dropping $1,000. So your lower lows are getting follow through, so that negates any hope of a falling wedge. Okay. Google. Google has retraced approximately 60% of the earnings move. That's giving up a lot more than bulls would like. However, odds favor a 4-hour higher low to be set sooner than later. You're right here at the 4-hour 12 EMA. And the closing price of yesterday, which was 166.15. I don't know what that was. So 166.15 was the closing price of yesterday, and you could use that as your litmus test and say, okay, if it gets above 166.15, I'm going to take that long, looking for that 4-hour higher low, which is the most likely scenario. Yeah, I'm not feeling very spiffy. It was not. Nope, I always do the wrong neck. Yeah, it was not fun. I had a little laceration there, but they were able to glue it and I didn't have to have stitches, which is good. And it was on my chin, so don't have to worry about my face. Okay, what else? Lilly, yep, Lilly's gapping up on earnings. They beat. They were up 8% earlier. They're giving some back. They raised guidance by $2 billion with a B. 769 keeps a bull flag alive on the 30-minute. I like it long. And you may have to use, let's see if we can go back in time and get some levels. So 778. So 77183 used to be a resistance. You see it's 77183. That could be acting as support now. Resistance turns support. So you could look for that area, that 770, 771 area, which is the 0.382 for a potential long on Lilly. And you could say, okay, if we lose 769 even, I'm out. And wait and try again. And you need to be triggered in with an EQ, a stair step, etc. KCME. Moderna has earnings this week, I believe. Is it Thursday? Okay. CME 209.07, 209.20. We've got a double bottom right here. You're looking for a daily high or low. Sorry for the mic. The phone was falling off. See about the weekly. Weekly's turning the EMA sideways. Monthly could be a bull flag. My word, this is a beautiful cup and handle. Potential cup and handle. Dang. That's a pretty monthly chart. So if you want to get in on that action, you could play it against 209. That's what I would do. And if it drops below 209, I'd stop out and try closer to 206 for a long. This could be a nice move. That cup and handle's beautiful. Doesn't mean it'll confirm. Okay. It is 7:15. I'm current on chart request. Oh wait, I need to do mRNA, and then I'm going to start loading up my option plays that I may want to play. mRNA with a daily trend change, daily squeeze. Weekly's grinding up above the 50 MA. Monthly, we haven't gotten over the 115.97. We have a double top with 115.97, 115.89 on the monthly. Daily uptrend. Yeah, when do they have earnings? Yeah, it's Thursday before market open. They have earnings. What have they done since the last earnings? They're up 27% from the last earnings. So good earnings should be priced in. So they need great earnings. Okay. PLTR. This will be the last one before I start loading up options, and then I'll get back to chart requests once the market opens. PLTR, we've got a daily uptrend. Monthly could be a bull flag. Weekly got a lower low. Daily changed the trend. 4-hour uptrend potential bull flag. 1 hour sideways. You could look for a bottom fish against 22.55, 22.56, but this is just not a clear setup for me. I don't like where it is. Because daily we got the uptrend, but weekly we're in a downtrend, and weekly lower high is anticipated. So this is a little tough spot. Okay. Now, let's see what I'm looking at. So AMD, you're better off doing commons because they have earnings, but let me look at the options anyway. AMD, yeah, these options are rich. So I'm going to play commons on AMD, but if you wanted to do options, this is the strike and expiry I'd be choosing. Let me find chat. That's the AMD strike. And you can copy and paste that into Thinkorswim if you use it. Makes it a little bit quicker. PayPal earnings are over, so those options are on the table. And we have data at 9:45 and 10 a.m. So I'm not going to be aggressive at market open because we've got that data coming in. Okay, they're at 70.62. I go one out the money. So that is the PayPal strike I'd be looking at. Yep, PayPal's gapping up on earnings. Yes, Swarming Zone posted it at 5:30 this morning. So we'll see gap rules apply on PayPal. SMH, I will likely be trading that via SOXS. SMH short. That is an ETF that I would be looking to go long. So I could go short SMH, looking for this trend line to break, this uptrend to break. Why do I keep deleting my lines? Probably because it didn't work very well. Something like that. We're in an uptrend, and I'm looking for this uptrend to lose a little bit momentum here at the 4-hour 200 MA. We're at the daily 50 MA, and we have a daily double top. For me, that makes things crystal clear. So if you wanted to trade that and express that in options, it would be SMH. I'll be looking at one out the money. So I do this every morning that I'm live. I do this for the members 99% of the time, what option strikes I'm looking at. Okay. Tesla, I want the back burner trade. We're at 188. These are pretty expensive because, yeah, these are expensive. 187.5. And finally, this is what I'd be looking at for Tesla. Okay, CGC, the market opens in 8 minutes. CGC is breaking the low of yesterday. That's a short. And you could put your stop at 8.15, which was this low right here. You could put your stop at 8.10 or 8.15, looking for that short. I'm going to take a quick break and warm up my coffee. I will be right back. Thank you for understanding. I'm doing this before we go live in 7 minutes. So let me heat up my coffee and I'll be right back. Thank y'all for understanding. I appreciate it. I'm trying to fix this. I don't know why. See if it doesn't work. Oh well. I'm just gonna hide my face. I think that's enough. Wheat. W-E-A-T. Are y'all like me? I cannot drink lukewarm coffee. I just can't do it. Okay. Wheat, we're testing the weekly 50 MA overhead. We are rejecting at the daily 200 MA. Plenty of room for a daily higher low. I would say we have plenty of room for a 4-hour higher low. 568, we're down here testing the low. If 568 holds, that could be a good long looking for the daily higher low. It could work. That could work. Did I see Joey Jungle Funk post about wheat this morning saying it was at, let me see what he posted. Oh, it was copper. So we're in a downtrend on the hourly, but a nice long lower wick of bulls buying that dip. One second, I'm trying to fix a futures order. I shorted silver overnight and I'm trying to close my stop. Or cancel my stop, I should say. There it is. Okay. So wheat's in the same boat, rejecting from the daily 200 MA, looking for a daily high or low. So on wheat, you could just look for a play against yesterday's low. I like that. Okay, so SMH short. So we have this trend line, which this is one is ugly. I had it drawn beautifully earlier, I promise. I don't know what happened to it. But we have this beautiful trend line, but more importantly, we have a daily double top. 318.68, 318.61 with the daily 50 MA. So let me type that out. Daily double top, daily 50 MA immediately overhead, 4-hour trend line, potential break. And I'm still looking for the trigger to get in, and that'll be a stair step or EQ to say, okay, here's the place to enter, and this is where your stop would be. I hope that makes sense, Dove. Let me put that here. There you go. Hey, Romo, thank you. I'm using the multi-time frame EMA from J.M.O. Sullivan, which is our mountain mark in our room. He created the one with the percentages they are away from the EMAs. Okay, so if y'all have all that, I'm going to clear off this data here. Tesla 15-minute oversold. Didn't want that happening in pre-market. You can only do iced coffee. Interesting. Metal vacuumed insulated coffee cup. Never heard of that. I will Google it. Shake and bake. Thank you. Netflix is in a daily EQ. I think I put that on the whiteboard. What did I put on the whiteboard? So every morning, one of us that's going on the mic, we do the whiteboard. We give you all the economic events that are happening today. And let's see. And then we go over the indices, players. What did I write it? 4-hour equilibrium forming after earnings. Okay. So I'm looking at the 4-hour. This is a nice equilibrium on Netflix. If you want to trade that as it tightens up, I think that's a good one. All right, we're about to open. We have data at 9:45 and 10. Stay agile. All right, we're open. Open the casino. Okay, AMD is back in yesterday's range. I'm chilling over here because of data. Okay, SMC is through the 26 EMA on the daily. AMD is bouncing. PayPal, no bounce yet. I want SMH at 318.40. Excuse me, 218.40. That's closer to resistance, so I'll get an alert. $15-minute got oversold. We need it during regular trading hours though, for it to matter. AMD, if it gets back over the high of yesterday and holds, that could be a long signal. Let me see AMD. My goal is to wait until the data, but if SMH gets closer to 218.61, I will go ahead and pull the trigger. Yeah, SMCI is doing well. NVIDIA, 2 upper wicks of profit taking on the 2-minute, little tweezer top and coming down. Okay, we got 4 tops on the 1 minute on NVIDIA, and we're through. I like NVIDIA more than AMD. So NVIDIA. The 885s are 1840. We're testing yesterday's high. I'm long NVDA. Small. And take some off for profit. We're slowing down at yesterday's high. SMH is crossing up. And I like this if I'm long NVDA and short SMH. And so now I'm going to look at what is SOXS. GDX, okay. Inside bars on the 2 minute. 1 hour is oversold. Looking for a daily higher low. This is typically where you look for it. The gap is filled. Hourly is oversold. It will likely have major volatility tomorrow. Nice long lower wick of bulls buying the dip. I like it long against that 33.56, the low of day. We're bouncing right here at the hourly 200 MA. 400, 4 hour, 50 MA, looking for the daily high or low. It's a nice risk to reward. Yeah, I like it long. I have not shorted SMH. Not showing signs of slowing. I'm going to stop out of NVIDIA if it gets in below 870. Okay. Apple is a daily lower high set. We're breaking through the low of yesterday. Yes, the daily lower high is likely set on Apple because we broke the low of yesterday. Gap fills at 171.34. Net. Net daily uptrend below 26 EMA. Weekly lower high, the more likely scenario. Monthly looks like a bull flag. 4 hour could be a rising wedge. Be careful, these tiny higher highs without follow through. Yeah, we held the low of yesterday. 88.50. Daily uptrend, but we need to clear these EMAs. I want to look at market ratios. So what should we be playing? So Apple is standing out bullish because they haven't had earnings. Amazon standing out bullish, and Google. Tesla is weak. NVDA is stronger than the market, slightly stronger. Show us in price, NVIDIA. Data in 5 minutes. Data in 5 minutes. Let's go check in on SPY. QQQ, 5-minute inside bars as we hurry up and wait for the data. Holding the low of yesterday. SPY. A little bit stronger. Yep, SPY's a little bit stronger. There goes NVDA. Okay, I'm out some NVDA, $19. I'm out half. I told the group yesterday that I was taking it slow on my position size because I'm just getting back. So I had 8, I've sold 4. My average buy is 1780 on NVDA. So I'm gonna put another one up there. Okay, SMCI was a swing from overnight. Shop is going. Shop is going in sympathy ahead of Amazon earnings. It has a double top right now. Yeah, big upper wick of profit taking here. So we're unable to get even near yesterday's high. Bulls are pushing it in Amazon sympathy. It would be my guess. So Microsoft is weak. Tesla is super weak. So our strongest is Google. So we talked about using the closing price for a potential long on Google, and we drew it right there, and it's working. I've been singing Too Short in my head all day, y'all. And I finally had to play the video. UNH is weak. We're looking for a daily high or low compared to 480.71. We're at the daily 50 MA. I enjoy trading UNH. I like the way the options move. 480.71 is the line in the sand. 50 MA is right here. 12 EMA is right here. And we're approaching oversold on the hourly. That may be what it takes. Let's set an alert. Tell me when UNH gets oversold on the hourly. Okay. Okay, I did net. I think I'm up to date there. Let me check the YouTube chat room. And data in 1 minute. 1 minute. SMCI is breaking bullish out of this little 2-minute EQ. Yeah, let me get through the data right now and then I will look at it. Tommy, no problem. You can't keep up, Amy. You're cute. You are cute. I'm going to take off. I have SMCI swing. I'm going to take off some ahead of these. My price is 60.20. I go right in front of these big block orders, attempting to get filled right before data so I can just take off some risk. I've already gone over wheat. I can do it again. Hey, Dr. Phil. Yeah, Google is super strong. We are still not through the high of yesterday, though. That's a tall order to ask of the bulls. Okay. Data was a nothing burger. All right, that's fine with me. More data in 14 minutes. Okay, let's look at ARM. Google's coming back. ARM, great push up. When do they have earnings? Next Wednesday, they have earnings. Nice grindy 30-minute to the upside. If you're in long, keep it simple. Stay in long as the 2-minute EMAs are below price and supportive. Stay in long. That's it. That's it. That's it. Simple as it gets. Stay in. I was looking for DKNG. I took it off my list this morning, but I was looking for a low. Compared 4-hour higher low is the more likely scenario on DKNG, but I didn't take it. What is SMH doing? Did it cross it? Yeah, it broke that double top. PayPal just giving up way too much. We're still holding the high of yesterday. This is not how you want to see it. NVDA weakening again. Glad I took some off. And now, in 12 minutes, we have consumer confidence. Consumer confidence. Okay. Wheat. Wheat, we're looking for a daily higher low here at the 200 MA. Hourly is not oversold yet. We're rejecting at the 26 EMA. 4-hour EMAs are overhead at the daily 200 MA. Not oversold. It may take hourly oversold to get that wheat long, to get that daily higher low. So you may have to be patient with that one. Five-minute downtrend. AMD did not start off like I wanted it to. Nvidia is getting sloppy. PayPal is sloppy. And SMH broke that resistance. Yes, SoTalk. SoTalk asked, when you say stay in long as the 2-minute EMAs are below price, are you waiting for candles to close to make that determination? Yes. I don't take action on candles that aren't closed. Sorry about the water gurgling in your ear. SMCI is beasting. Okay, I took one off of this SMCI. Let's see, this is from yesterday. So I've got 2 left. Love SMCI. We're breaking the high of yesterday. Shop is going. Look at Shop in anticipation of Amazon earnings. They're not even buying Amazon. Amazon, you may want to look for a bottom fish compared to 180.60. Look for a long using yesterday's close as support and today's low. This could have a bounce into end of day earnings, or it couldn't bounce. It could just go down all day. We don't know. Two-minute inside bars. Shop is good. UNH is not good. Tesla, looking better. Looking better. Didn't get the oversold bounce though. Man, oil's dropping pretty hard. Yeah, oil's dropping hard. You could look for reverse back burners on oil. When it's in motion, it tends to stay in motion, and this is what I was looking at this morning. We broke bare from that. So you could look for 5-minute overbought conditions for a potential top fish on oil later. MSOS lost yesterday's low. Nope, it didn't. 870 is support. We held that from intraday. What's Meta doing? Meta had a big move, gave a lot back. Amazon again, you could look for 2-minute higher low. Apple is strong. That should be helping the market push up higher. Where is QQQ? Yeah, Apple, I would think this would have more strength considering Apple looks so good. So Apple, you could look for a buy back to the 2-minute EMAs. There goes Nvidia. Bill, the cool thing on investing.com is you can click here, which that data is in 6 minutes. You can click right here, consumer confidence, and it'll take you to a page, conference board, consumer confidence measures, confidence in economic activity is a leading indicator. Higher than expected reading. So if they have a lot of confidence, it should be taking as bullish for the dollar, but that is bearish for the market. So a high number is bearish for the market, a low number is bullish for the market. But you know what? I don't even ever look at that data, ever. So I don't even worry about it. I just trade price. Sorry about that. My throat's starting to give out. Going on an hour and a half. Come on, coffee, work. Clear my throat up. I'm here, trying to give my throat a little break. Oil is weak. NVDA bouncing, testing high of day. AMD is getting really tight. This could be a trade. These 5-minute inside bars, you could just play the break. And I would want it up. If the market's up, I'd want the break to be up. So over 160.50, you could look for a long. There's our NVDA with a new high of day. PayPal's testing the high of yesterday, very weak, giving up a lot. SMH is over the high of yesterday, showing relative strength. Is it getting over the daily 50 MA yet? Not quite. Close. If it closes up here, it would be over the 50 MA. Apple, a little 2-minute bull flag. Amazon, super flat. You could look for a long against 181. Look for a move into earnings. Doesn't mean it'll work. Shop is testing the high of yesterday. Big old bull. Big old bull. Speaking of a big old bull, SMCI. Wowzer. I'm going to take off another one of those. Ah, come on, fill me. Just took that move down. Shop is over the high of yesterday. What a bull. Okay. Am I missing anything? Yeah, Canadian Dave. Oh, Hershey's. Okay, I'm taking off another NVDA at 2060. Okay, it's gone. And the SMCI one filled as well. Okay, 200 MA is overhead on Hershey. You have plenty of room for a daily high or low. This thing is super bullish. You're looking for a pullback to buy, maybe to the high of yesterday. Daily RSI is not overbought yet. Hourly is. So I'd be careful buying up here. I'd wait for a pullback to buy, but it looks very healthy for a change. Nice push and a daily higher low is anticipated. Looking better? Okay. Yeah, I still got the 3 NVDA. Yeah. And SMCI. I'm going to let these last two roll on SMCI. Shop looks so good. Okay, let me go to chat. Honey's good for your throat. Peppermint and water. Y'all are so helpful. 3 seconds for consumer confidence. Little bull move. Little bull move from the market here. Consumer confidence is down. They were expecting 104. It was 97. Okay, I'm moving that out the way now. Moving the med table out the way. Don't need that. Big Tesla dark pull just came in. At 188.89, they bought $51 million worth. Okay, there goes AMD. If you bought that break of that inside bar, it's working. 160.47, you're in the money $1 already. That was a great trade. Tesla is a dog today. I guess it ran so hard yesterday. They had layoff announcements. Normally that is bullish, but it's not bullish for Tesla today. We'll see if Tesla can have a late morning trade, get a 15-minute higher low compared to 186.50, 186.77, and then zoom higher. We'll see. What's NVIDIA doing? And I like to sell into pushes on options, and then I can buy back. So I want to sell into pushes, and I can buy back. Okay, that one's gone now. Oh, I sold too many. I messed up. This is what happens when I'm live. Okay. Oh well. I don't have any on that account. That's why I messed up. This account. Now I don't want to sell two. Come pick me up. Come pick me up. I got my thumb out. Market looks okay. We're getting an upper wicket profit taking here on lower term time frames. Shop is going to be a later morning trade. So let me type that out for the room. Cat is dropping on news. Hey, Paula. It's rejecting at the daily 50 MA. Weekly higher low is the more likely scenario. Market is still slightly red. And this is a little more red than usual. Looking for a 4-hour higher low compared to 336.11. Excuse me, 336.44. This has rising wedge vibes. We're breaking the low of yesterday. 5-minute triple bottom. Oversold. 15-minute oversold. Yep. 15-minute oversold, looking for an hourly higher low. But I don't know how to take it. I'd wait for... Yeah, you could wait for hourly oversold, looking for the daily higher low against 330, because the weekly still looks good. Y'all gotta yell at me when I'm on the wrong account. I mess up when I've got when I'm live is when I make my errors. Bitcoin's still coming down hard. It's not finding a bottom. And if you missed the pregame, Bitcoin, I'm looking for reverse back burner for 15-minute oversold conditions to short it via IBIT. PayPal's finally bouncing off yesterday's high. You see how yesterday's high acted as support here? We're over the EMAs now. Nice recovery from PayPal. Tesla, no such luck. Looking for a 10 or 5-minute higher low here on Tesla. They need to get their act together. Looking at AI for Atom. Potential weekly bear flag, like a poster child bear flag. This is an ideal one. Have a little tiny daily higher highs without follow through, indicative of a bear flag on a higher time frame, holding 4-hour EMAs, fighting to reclaim hourly EMAs, bouncing back over into yesterday's range. I'd look for a top fish on this with that weekly bear flag. Does not look great. I'm here checking out chat. Okay, I want to look. Why do I keep doing that? I don't want to mess up my chart. Let's look over here. AYRWF, that daily EQ from earlier. Someone asked me about volume only 69,000, 259. We rejected at 259 and double top there. That was a nice clear short. Got to get through 260. TCG members, I'll post updates on my NVDA exits in general chat. If you are not part of TCG, manage it and make a simple statement. As long as the 2-minute EMAs are below price, I'm going to stay in long for the remainder of the position. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. I really appreciate y'all being here. You're welcome, Adam. Thank you so much. Hopefully you got something out of it. If you did, if you could hit that like button, that'd be very helpful to the algorithm. Oh, man. If hourly, 5-minute is oversold, but hourly is not. The 5-minute will be a short-term bounce while the hourly goes oversold. Not necessarily. It could keep the hourly chart from going oversold. The 5-minute. You're welcome, Foxy and Skip and Short Bus. All right, y'all have a great day and use stop losses. Check us out at ChartGuys.com.